Hello Wanderers, welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Corlys Velaryon, the Seaspray, the Red Tide, and now the King of the Stepstones. And in that last episode, we had defeated the rest of the pirate menace here, the pirate king Rillo, the cripple of the Stepstones, and his pretender pirate lord Tibio San, who turned his blades against us once the former pirate king was dead, and we then defeated Tibio himself, claiming undisputed mastery over the Stepstones. Well, that mastery may be disputed a little bit, I'm sure, in time, but we are going to use the victory that we have and press our advantage. Indeed, we are going to press our advantage against Tyrosh without any further ado. We're going to get into this real quick here now. Unfortunately, there is something bugged out with this in that we cannot press our claims on the duchy in the city of Tyrosh properly. As you can see, we have claims on the duchy. We've got claims on the county titles in here, but for some reason we can't press them. So I'm going to just declare war on the town here, and then when we win the war, I will just go in and personally deal with that entire situation there. So yeah, let us. We're essentially gonna take the titles if we win. So let us declare war. Let us get into this. Interesting, a new event I have not seen before. As the drums of war echo across the land, you stand at the forefront of your forces, bearing a banner that reflects your personal valor and ambition. The time has come to decide if you will distinguish yourself from your family by adopting your personal coat of arms for the lands under your control. This bold move would symbolize your unique leadership and the new era you intend to usher in. Will you rise above the shadows of your kin, or will you continue to honor the legacy of your house? This is a very interesting event. My banner shall fly, so we would take your personal arms, our personal coat of arms for our landed titles, or we will fly our family banner. This is interesting because I think that even though Corlys was, ousted from his traditional seat in Driftmark, and he still does have true claim to be the mainline branch of House Velaryon, the Driftwood throne truly does belong to us by right of blood and birth. But I think that we've started to come to embrace our exile here, in terms of, I think Corlys sees it as like him against the world, not just as Velaryon against the world, but him personally against the world. Everybody, turned their back on us, have ousted us from our seat, and now we need to, go out on our own. So I think we are going to fly our own personal banner here. We have declared war. We shall call our allies to war. We're not going to call in the Reach or Eddard, obviously, or Lord Nolan and Massey Hook. We are only going to call in our associate allies, so Tyrion and Lys here, which is exactly what we got these alliances for. I don't see any other ones we need to. We can ransom some prisoners here. The daughters of the San King. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. We're gonna want the money anyway, so let us do that. We're going to raise up all of our armies. We're going to let a few moments pass here. As our allies come to war as well, we'll raise up our troops. Aha! Oh yeah, we were trying to influence our son's personality. I approach my son Monteris and snatch him by the collar, spitting, "Strike me!" He quails, protesting, "But you are the king, my father." "Do it," I insist, until I'm hit across my grinning face. "Fear nothing, boy. For if you can strike me, what can't you do? Try, strive, fail. Then you'll die for honor, love, duty. All better than a meaningless deathbed." "The seven who are one, and the Stepstones," cries Monteris. "I will not fail." So he has become brave. There we go. Wrathful and brave. Interesting. Interesting traits for a bookish son. But he's turning out not too bad, honestly. Okay. There we go. So apparently our own wrathful nature is starting to shine through a little bit here. Troops are raised. We're going to bring them over here to just see what the Tyroshi are doing. Briglos is in charge. I'm fine with that. He's a good commander. A ruler's path. We can give our son land because we took land at his age. I don't really want to give him any of these titles, so I think we're going to not repeat the mistakes of the past. He does gain some stewardship, but a local mystic insisted upon seeing me, and upon being brought into my presence, he starts wailing. And is that blood on his hands? The signs! The signs are not in your favor, my lord. I spilled the intestines of a hen, and the blood showed me your future. It's dark and full of death. Ooh, okay. Is somebody trying to assassinate us? And if so, what are we doing about this? Well, we don't have any we don't have anybody trying to prevent this specifically, so maybe we get a food taster. Borso Rindoon, yeah, you know what? Make sure our food tastes good, please. How about a cupbearer? Yeah, Oleto-san, no, Arana, she's trustworthy. There we go. What about a captain of the household guard? Let's see. No, we need a sworn shield. Maybe Talia, Lotharo, Tibio. I mean, she's trustworthy. That's interesting that she this pirate woman, I assume. We can't have a pirate woman. We can fight it. We can defend ourselves in that. We just need somebody to make sure we don't eat poison or drink poison or anything like that. We are pretty maxed out on stress, so I don't want to. Oh no, Aelion died in prison? Damn. I didn't even realize. I wonder if we could have freed him. Rest in peace, Aelion. He was an interesting character. That's tragic, actually. Oh well, I mean, there's not much we can do about that. Oof, mental break. Carl will surely support me. Yeah, you know what? Let us lean on our friends in these difficult times. We just need the stress break, honestly. Like, there's not much we can do about that. We're gonna just have our ships here waiting until our allies can come and join us. There they are. Wonder if we're gonna get into a fight. I mean, if we do, I would like to potentially get into the fight ourselves. Let's see if our allies are gonna join us over here. I'm hoping they do. Oh, where are you going? Okay, they're leaving the island. Interestingly enough, they don't want to fight. Oh, they're gonna go for Tyrion's forces. No, Tyrion, run! Run, Tyrion, run! Okay, he's nope, they didn't make it out. It was a good distraction. You know, the way are we even sieging here? No, we're not. Okay, there we go. Eden, the betrothed of my daughter, has passed. Oh no. Tyrion's son was slain in battle. Eden Lannister. Rest in peace. Oh no. Tyrion's son was slain. He was a good kid too. Just, brave, humble. I mean, his brother. Oh, okay, well, I guess we have our daughter freed up, but that's sad that Tyrion's son tragically died in that battle. I'm gonna speed up the sieges a little bit here. I don't think we've got any siege people. I know we can bring them in through various means, but I don't have one right now, so I'm actually gonna put Evitho in charge for now. Let Evitho take the city. So what I imagine may have happened was, oh yeah, and we got to get some of these prisoners ransomed here. Tibio-san's daughters. Yeah, let's ransom them because he can actually afford to get this money. Yeah, I mean, we'll ransom your eldest daughter as well. There we go. Let's get that money. All right, first siege. So I imagine Tyrion's forces were the distraction that allowed our own forces. Ooh. Let them, my liege, won't you do something? Bloodstone burns. What? Bloodstone burns? My eyes remain shut. My bed unruffled. My routine is my routine, and I will not change. Oh, it took another stress hit. I believe I gave strict instructions not to be bothered, I reply. Ooh, let them all burn. Oh, wait, got the biggest stress reduction there. This character led an entire holding, almost burned to the ground, rampant urban fires. Ready a barrel of the best. I'll emerge soon. I don't think we've become drunkard. Irritable? Maybe? Honestly, I'm tempted to let them all burn because we're gonna be moving. This is Bloodstone? We're gonna be moving out of Bloodstone. Like, it's just a pirate, you know, it's like a pirate haven. Nobody lives here. Well, I mean, people live there, obviously. It's it's a big island. As we were discussing in the Discord, it is a big island, so there's probably, a fair amount of people living there. I just really like the 125 stress reduction. That's a huge boons. No. We are stubborn. You know what? Stubborn, wrathful. I mean, I think our traits do kind of lean towards this. It's either one of these. Oh man, what happens if we do let them all burn? General opinion goes down. Oh, forever? No, for 10 years. Let's do it. I don't, I'm just gonna pick it. Ooh, okay. And that was good because it saved us from like near death with the stress. So yeah, Ships of Bloodstone. We're moving out of there anyways. We're moving to Tyrosh. So we let everything burn. There we go. Oh, and we seized the banner of the Archon here, and we captured his wife and one of his sons. So that's pretty good. All right, let's continue the sieges. Okay, somebody is plotting to kill me. That's not too surprising, but it isn't good. This isn't ideal. We could sell some more things. The San Mace. Now we're gonna keep that. I think there's things that we could do with that. I'm tempted to sell these finger bones. There we go. We don't need those. We've got some royal court artifacts here. Aubrey's skull. It's actually not so bad. We could put some of these things up. Put some of these hides up. Yeah, we don't really need the money. There we go. All right, let's put them up because they are helpful here. But yeah, we got to get these sieges. We got to get these sieges done here. All right, so the sieges continue here. We are nearly done with one. Interesting. My dear uncle, I eagerly propose to formalize ties that bind us. Willem Snowfire has earned himself the lordship of 7 points. Where even is that? The Westerlands? Oh. The War in the Iron Throne is done. Interesting. Okay. Obviously, Queen Rhaenys did succeed there. There wasn't too much doubt about that. But Cedric still holds his position. Sometimes the AI can do very interesting things in this game. Sometimes it does things that don't really make as much sense. I don't know how Cedric has been allowed to retain his position, but somehow he has. But for whatever reasons, they've given Lord Willem here, the brother of Lord Eddard, the lordship of 7 points. So we are not going to be accepting your alliance, Lord Willem. We have no interest in having an alliance with the brother of our enemy, even though you are our nephew. So yeah, no alliance there. We don't want alliances with Westerosi people because we're not calling on them, and we don't want to get called into them either. So there we go. The siege is just about done. There we go. Oh, wow, we seized. Man, we're going to sell all of this stuff for good money. Once all this is done, we just need to win this war here. Brendan is trying to have a Brendan Templeton. Oh my gosh, this guy was this guy was one of the suitors for our wife's hand when we were young, and he has been harboring this for this whole time. Interesting. Oh, and Simric says his agents are being rounded up as I write this. Although he has been foiled for now, he remains a threat to the future unless we take action. That is, says Simric. Interesting, Simric. So you think that we should deal with this guy? I mean, can we deal with this guy? Murder? It's highly unlikely, and I don't know if we're a murdering type. We could. I'd love to just slay him in a duel, but we can only do non-lethal combat for now. Anyways, the world might not be big enough for the two of us. At least the murder scheme is ended, so that's good. Gain a new martial or stewardship lifestyle perk. It is my domain. Harrogeld. Vassal tax contribution. Taxman. Cutting cornerstones. Meritocracy. I'd like to get avaricious just to get the perks from this. I think we're going to take my domain. We can extort our subjects. We probably won't do that too much, but you never know. The beast of Bloodstone Lair, huffs Arana as she marches up to me, hauling my daughter Alora by her ear. This dreaded child has been lying in wait around corners, wearing a hyena skin costume. This is the hyena skin from the one that we slew in our hunt, probably. Only to jump out screaming and scaring the living daylights. That's hilarious. This is on it. That's funny that that's one of our options. This is honestly just bloody hilarious. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to choose. Good job, daughter. She's cool. We like our daughter, Alora, here. You know what? That's awesome. Good for her. Good for her. Scare those blasted courtiers. Let them know that they should watch their steps or something. Anyways, let's go and take down the city. Where is the... Yeah, okay, we gotta take down this borough here. Interesting, alright. Oh, wow, the siege is very quick. The carps. It is a pawn for carps you are interested in. I can build you a terrific one. Is that truly... Stop wasting my time. I'm still interested in losing stress. Who cares about carps? I'm not super interested in that. Only 67%. We might need to go and actually do battle with the Tyroshi forces. There's nothing else we can siege down over here. So do we go and... Ah, man, I mean, where is he? Can we find one of his... Okay, his son is probably... No, let's look for one of his knights. I just want to get an idea of where his troops are. Okay, his son is captain. Oh, weird. Oh, he just got... His army got annihilated. That's why. Okay. Well, let's go onto the land here, and I guess we're going to siege down some of the disputed lands as well. Oh, there's his army. All right, let's go. Let's crush it. Oh, no, he's trying to run. Oh, you better run. You better. Oh, and there we go. Engaged in battle here. This is going to... he did not have enough troops to to withstand that. Ouch. So we utterly took... We hold control of all of Tyrosh, and then we just annihilated whatever remains of his army. There's no way they can resist us at this point. We can enforce our demands and take the island for ourselves. Now, obviously, like I said, it was bugged out, so if you will allow me but a moment, I shall go in and fix this situation here. And there you go. As you can see, we now control the island of Tyrosh. We're going to disband our troops, and we're going to take a look at our situation here, because this is pretty awesome. Now, one thing that's pretty interesting about Tyrosh is that it is a city. Obviously, it's an island city, as you can see here. But one of the most interesting things about it is that its inner walls are made of black dragon glass, or dragon stone, I guess. So imagine the city surrounded by black, dragon glass walls. That is pretty cool. It's, this probably looks awesome. And so I am very happy to make this our new realm capital. So there we go. That is pretty awesome. So yeah, this is our new capital. We hold the city of Tyrosh. Look at this. Look at the buildings here. Like, that looks awesome. all of this looks so cool. Way better than, you know, Driftmark over here. I mean, Driftmark's our home. You know, I love Driftmark. It's awesome. But this is pretty freaking epic, honestly. So, yeah, I mean, we can adopt feudalism. This is interesting. All pirate den holdings in the realm will become castle holdings? Does that mean all of in the Stepstones as well, or just in Tyrosh? Because that's interesting. Pirate captaincy vassals will change to feudal. Oh, man, I wonder if this is so. You know, Corlys. You know, I don't think he dabbled that deeply into the piracy thing. We didn't really do much raiding, you know, things like that. I think that in our heart of hearts, we are still a Westerosi lord, even though we're an exiled Westerosi lord. You know, we don't agree with slavery, you know, raiding like a pirate. We fought pirates for so long, you know, we hung pirates. I don't know if we are necessarily, you know, truly a pirate ourselves. You know, we definitely dabbled in it, but I think that there is still a chivalrous, you know, bent to us, a knightly bent, not necessarily in a good way, but just we have a shred of honor, a shred of tradition left in us. And so I am thinking that we are going to adopt the feudal ways once more. So long live the kingdom of the Stepstones. So we are King Corlys proper of the Stepstones. And let's see if it did. It changed all. What about for our vassals? Let's see here. It changed all of the Stepstones to feudal. Even like, oh, that's crazy. Ooh, that's actually really cool as well. This, you know, yeah, Bloodstone doesn't have a cool one like that, but oh man. So all of the Stepstones are feudal now? All of these, yeah, Prince Tibio. Okay, interesting. Prince Gort. Oh wow, all these pirates are calling themselves princes and princesses because their father Salador San was the king. Okay, that's a little pretentious of you. But yeah, they're all lords now, and the Stepstones are all feudal. That's crazy. I did not actually know that was going to happen, but that is really cool. So Corlys did it. Corlys did what his father could not. He civilized the Stepstones. I mean, it's probably still gonna, you know, it's probably still pretty piratey over here, but you know, to some extent, we are in the process, at the very least, of civilizing the Stepstones, turning this into a proper, you know, rather than just a ragtag den of pirates and thieves. Like, the people here, you know, will have proper lords, which is, you know, not necessarily better for them. I mean, the pirate captains may have honestly been better rulers, but yeah, we've brought some Westerosi feudalism to the Stepstones, which is actually really cool. Yeah, so now I think we just need to deal with this situation here. We find ourselves with a lot of extra holdings and a lot of things to like look at and to take care of here. So, well, I guess we'll take a look at the battle here real quick, see if there's anything interesting. Evitho, of course, you know, doing what Evitho does, you know, getting there's some kills here, but Evitho, Briglos, yeah, you guys are the main guys over here. Cymric, you know, doing some fighting too, though. Very cool. All right, so let's take a look. We can station men-at-arms. We don't need to worry about that just yet. We can declare war. Oh, we could raid them for slaves. No, we're gonna have to get rid of slavery somehow here. But we're gonna deal with that in a moment. First, I want to give out rewards. Now, unfortunately, Aelion did pass away, obviously in those dungeons just earlier. But we have others that we can reward. And one person I would like to reward is Malik Webb. And obviously we cannot because he is dead. But we can reward his daughter, Aelinor Webb. And I'd like to see the continuation of the Webb line. So we're going to arrange a marriage for her. to Prince Gondo of the Stepstones. Yeah, this is going to be a matrilineal one. Borso Rindoon. Nah, we'll marry her to one of the sons. But we're gonna do a matrilineal marriage here, so we'll send that proposal there. And we need to give her a title. Oh, we can't give her a title. So we're gonna give her husband a title here. And where shall they remain for now? We could give them one of the pirate islands, but I don't know if that's entirely fitting. I'd like to keep the webs a little closer to home. So I think we're going to grant her, or we're going to grant her husband, but it's going to pass down through the web lineage through her because of the matrilineal marriage. We're going to give him this small island of Zernosh right here. I think that seems pretty fitting. Well, I mean, this guy's a pirate. You know what? I think we're actually going to give, you know, he's a pirate, so, you know, and House Webb kind of feels like a piratey, islandy type of name. So we're actually going to give you probably a good one of these good islands down here. Skullhammer. That's a pretty decent one. Okay. Yeah, so you know what? The webs are going to continue over here in Skullhammer. I think that's pretty cool. So there we go, Prince Gondo. Yeah, it makes sense. We're gonna keep the sands over here, but they're gonna go to the web. So House Webb will continue over here. Briglos has, you know, a couple counties already. Do we have a duchy title here? No, we could create this title, which we will. We've got the money. So the question is, who do we give it to? House Webb or Briglos? Briglos has served us well. I think we got to give a... So we gave the reward here. You know, House Webb will continue. So we got a reward for Malik. We're making sure his lineage continues here. But Briglos does need another reward. He has been, you know, pretty good for us. So we're going to grant you the title. Briglos, you are going to gain the High Lordship of Skull Tides. There you go. Lord Briglos of Skull Tides. That's pretty awesome. So there we go. Briglos has been rewarded. What about Evitho? The badass 70 years old Evitho. Look at this man. Like, look at his kill count. Like, this guy is insane. He is so good. He's such an amazing character. He's been around since the days of our father. He is still kicking ass, even at 70 years of age. The High Hammer himself. This guy needs a good reward. And honestly, I'm probably going to name him the captain of the Velaryon fleet. Before I do that, I just want to check if there's anybody else we want to give any of those smaller titles to. Cymric, I've got another plan for you, Cymric here. Humphrey Rutland. You know what? This guy deserves a title. He's fought for us good. He's one of our acclaimed knights. You know what? We'll give him a title. Upper Sunstone. Yeah, there you go. But Evitho is a badass. Evitho needs a good reward. Grant titles. You will be the captain of the Velaryon fleet, Evitho, and so there you go. Grant you the titles that you deserve, Evitho. Thank you for your service. Maybe you can finally retire. We'll see. I mean, we just named you the captain of our fleet, so maybe not, but in any case, the final person to reward is Cymric Darkhaven. Now, Cymric is a man. He is a city man. He was once the Seneschal of the Red Keep. You know, he kept King's Landing in line along with his wife, Lorne. And so a city man should probably remain close to us as we rule the city of Tyrosh. So I think that Cymric is actually going to be given this small island here. And he will help us ruling over the city from this small island here that he will call his home. Who knows what he's going to do there? You know, who knows what kind of things that Cymric will get up to on this little island over here. But basically, you know, we're kind of keeping him close by so he can help us manage the city. Will he turn this into like kind of like a little prison or something like that? I don't know. Who knows? But we are going to give him that title. So there we go. Perfect. So Simric, there you are. You are now going to assist us in this, and we probably need to fill out our council now. We've got Evitho as our Castellan, of course. We need a new Chancellor. Prince Gahary's here. Sure. We don't have too many other great choices. Yeah, all right. Prince Gahary's, you can be our Chancellor. That's fine. We need a new Admiral. Briglos is already busy as our Marshal. Let's see. You know what? I think that, Evitho, you have served as our Castellan for a good time, but we need you to control the fleet. You are our most, despite being a Dothraki, you are our most experienced sailor, the most experienced man, who knows the Stepstones. We need you leading this fleet. We named you the Lord of the Velaryon fleet, the commander of the Velaryon fleet. So you are going to be our admiral. And I think that we are actually going to make Simric our Castellan here. Because he was the seneschal for Queen Daenerys for a time, and so I think it's quite fitting that he would become our seneschal here. That'll give us we'll need a new spy master. We don't have a lot of good options, but Erogenia Lohar, oh, she's like Sini. There we go. Okay. She's fairly trustworthy. We'll bring her in here. That seems fine. YOLO. We gotta get rid of this guy and replace him with somebody who's actually interesting. So there we go. I mean, that is our situation thus far. So we have our council. We've given out great rewards. House Webb will continue through Lady Aelinor here. Briglos, the Lord of the Skull Tides. Evitho, the captain of the Velaryon fleet. Even Prince Tibio, remains. And we could potentially ransom him free. He can't afford it. We could get a hook on him, though. Should we free Prince Tibio? I think we will. You know what? We're going to free him. We'll get that hook. And our glory is widely known. Awesome. Yeah, let's let him go. Buffoon, your crimes against me are reprehensible. Meet me in single combat. Let the battle judge our differences. Okay. Let's see. I mean, should we just fight it ourselves? We are 53. I'm sure there's no ways. We're gonna fight as our own champion. Who are we going up against? Yeah, this guy's pathetic. A dull man. He's a skilled fighter, but I think we should be able to beat him. May the best man win. Fool, take this, we say? Yeah, all right, let's do that. I'll show you how I have to sword. Yeah, let's do that. Strike, parry, riposte. Once again, fool, take this, and we find victory indeed. Though they pull back just in time, my offhand stab almost ends this. From nowhere, Silvario flies forwards, aiming a vicious kick at where my shin was a moment ago. Surprised by my unexpected shift, my foe sails past me utterly off balance. With a completed clear shot at his back, I let loose a rain of quick slashes, beating him to the ground. He lands hard on his side, coughing up goblets of blood for a while till he rasps out an exhausted death rattle. Slain by us, hell yes. I mean, we took a risk there, but justice is served. And well, what's gonna happen with this justice? I mean, ooh, you want to pay ransom for the wife of the... I am willing to accept this. Lady Arala? Is this his daughter or something? Sure, I'll accept 100 coins for the wife of the man who we just, defeated. We got to do something about this woman here. Where is she? The one who just thought that she could... oh yeah, Lady Arala of Jade Ren. Now, Sorry, but you must be oh, you know what? We gotta hire up a before we do this. Let us hire up Keeper of the Cells. No, we need a headsman, right? Headsman. Yeah, there we go. Samaro? Yeah, all right. You can be our headsman. And let us have a public execution just after we defeated our champion. Yeah, we're absolutely cementing our place as a king that is not to be messed with here. This is epic, honestly. We can hold court, hold court here in Tyrosh. Ooh, he wants to forge an X, wants to go to the Iron Islands. Sponsor inspiration. You know what? We'll send this guy to the Iron Islands. He is legendary and renowned through the world. Sure. You know what? Let's see what he's got. We've got money. We've got money to spare. Let's hold court. Let's see what they have to say in this regard. Gesture for the first in line to approach. My sister Olena is here. She shows me a page of unfamiliar symbols. I've developed a written language specifically for the women of court. Language of women. We can make better use of your talents, and you gain invented code for. Ooh. No, we can make better use of these talents, I think. We will use this code for our own ends. Simric, I'm sure, will make good use of this. A foreigner guest approaches my throne and loudly proclaims, "It has been a while since I arrived at your court. I have carefully observed how you rule and address realm matters, both small and grandois. I have been nothing but deeply impressed. Among the upper Valemen, who is this guy? Darren Renwick? There's a tale of a legendary ruler from a distinguished dynasty. Oh, is this the ancient dynasty of House Arryn? Or the House Griffin from even before that? It's a story my mother told me when she was young. She first heard it from her mother so long ago. And now I have the great pleasure. I think that you are the great king of the Upper Valeman legends, and any true son of the Upper Valeman would surely agree with me." What? Oh, we gain another legend seed? Oh, I love this. I gain a great deed. The Stepstones is the subject of the other upper tales. Ooh, I do want to spread my legend. A mighty endeavor. We already did this one. A great deed for the kingdom of the Stepstones. This feels slightly more fitting, so even though this is all, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But I think we're going to say this one here, just because I think the legend sounds a little bit more fitting. Before me stands Lord Mathiso of Duskrain, his head hung low. My Lord Duskrain has been hit hard by recent enemy occupation. You'd better pay the taxes or there will be consequences. Yeah, sure, yeah, you better pay your taxes. Damn straight you should. My business is done. It is done. There we go. So, look at that. King of the Stepstones, Lord of Tyrosh. There were those of you who thought that things would get a little less interesting or boring, or, that the story of Corlys may have ended when he was ousted and sent into exile. Well, I think that things are just getting even more interesting here, and I am very curious to see what you guys think we should do next now that we've accomplished our goal of capturing the Stepstones and capturing Tyrosh. Where do we go from here? Do we start knocking on the door of our enemies in Westeros? Or do we decide to truly turn our eyes to Essos proper? That's a good question. I do want to put one tiny seed in your minds before you make your decision. There are, like I said, a few options before us. We could go against our enemies, Eddard and Darren Tully, and, be aggressive towards the Seven Kingdoms. We could potentially unite the three sisters and take them all on our own. But there is a potential third option. And this might seem a little unlikely, but hear me out, and some people have pointed this out in the comments. We could swear fealty to Lady Rhaenys or Queen Rhaenys And before you outright dismiss that idea, before you say that, we were ousted and all of these things, which is all very true, imagine being Corlys, ousted from your lands by the dastardly Prince Eddard the Grey. You go and you capture the Stepstones step by step, taking each island in turn, and then Tyrosh itself, a jewel atop the crown of the Stepstones. What kind of revenge would it be to return to Westeros at the head of a mighty fleet, a greater fleet than even we held before, sail into Blackwater Bay, the fear that would come when they see those ships sailing into the bay. And then as Corlys arrives himself, demanding an audience with Queen Rhaenys, and he tells her that he has brought her the lands of the Stepstones and the city of Tyrosh to be part of the Seven Kingdoms. Not even the Seven Kingdoms, but the Eight Kingdoms. Imagine the embarrassment that would cause Prince Eddard. Imagine how Darren Tully would feel. They would have no choice but to accept. We could, of course, slay them or assassinate them or things like that. But would humbling them, would showing that we are far the better man not be an interesting form of revenge? I don't know. I want to hear what you guys think. Where do we go from here? What kind of revenge should we enact upon our enemies if we choose to enact revenge at all? That will be up to you in the comments. So let me know down below. But until the next one, Wanderers, thank you for watching.